Hello, hello. I want to welcome you here. If you're here, please shout me a little hello. Let me know where you're popping in from, where you live, what it's like out there. Today, I'm downstairs now, so I can't see it, but when I was upstairs a little while ago, it was snowing like crazy. And I think it's really cold out. And I have to go out today right after my live to pick up my grandchildren at school. um, so, and when I first started doing my lives, I was doing them Thursday at 3 o'clock, and I moved to 1 o'clock because oftentimes I had to pick up my grandchildren. And today's that day. So after the kids asked, "Oh, Mom, by the way, we forgot to ask," I'm thinking, I'm so glad I moved my lives to 1 o'clock. Hi, Shell. Welcome here. Nice to see your name pop up. Um, so yeah, if you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube, I want to welcome you here. Let me introduce myself in case you don't know me. Hello, bonjour. My name is Denise Willerton. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And I want to welcome you here. I hope you come away with some inspiration today. Hi, Dar. Hi, Marika. Welcome here. I'm glad I'm here too. June, hello. Nice to see your names pop up. Yes, and you are in East St. Paul, Marika. You're just down the street. On a nicer day, I will walk to your house, but not today. It's not going to happen. Yeah, so right after my live, I have to pop out the door and go pick up my grandkids at school. So, hi, Chris. Welcome here. Kathy shared earlier. And so I've got her name down for a prize at the end of my video. And so don't forget to share. And as you share, please let me know, and I'll just pop your name down, and then we'll do the draw at the end. So without any further ado, let me bring you to my tabletop. Can I please just like 4 minutes, just a 4 minute commercial here? I won't be long. So this is the tutorial bundle for February. Woof, that I'm involved in. There are 34 bundles. Now, the girls that head this up, they do have, hello, Jean, nice to see you. Oh, and Dar, you're on YouTube too. How fun that you just toggle back and forth. So the girls have set up a parameter, and if you are in Canada, it's a $65 order with me. And if you would like to place that, Mona, hello. I'm so happy to see you too. Well, your name anyway. Very nice to see you. If you place a $65 order, and there's the host code right underneath the window here, I will send you all 34 of these amazing tutorials. If you don't want to place an order, you can just send me a text or an email. You can e-transfer me $25 and I will send that to you as well. So like I said, these are the parameters that the girls that head this up have put out there. So if you are interested, let me know either by placing an order, which will be automatic, or if you want to just pay for the tutorials. Snowy Lake. Yes, Susan. Darlene, I will write your name down. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you. Did I miss anybody else? Jean, I've got you. I see that. Okay. And Susan and yes, Chris, I sent yours already. I sent yours last night. Let me know if you got it. When I do, Sherry, thank you so much. When I do send it, it actually it automatically deletes after 7 days. So when you do get it, you need to download it. So Chris, after the live, just let me know if you did in fact get it. If you didn't, I'll send it to you again. June, I've got you down. Thank you for sharing. So as you can see, your names are popping up. I am doing a birthday stack. Dean is going to be out of town, so it's going to be an all-day event. I'd like to close the registration on March 1st if I could. I only have 6 seats. It's either 1 or 2 that are already spoken for. So it's an all-day event. And you know what? Rather than spouting off all of the info, you can go here. So if you want to just take down that or send me an email and I'll send you the link. All the info is on there, how much it costs, how many cards we make, etc., etc. So that's the code down below to go into the Google Forms for that class. The other class that I'm having, I'm so excited about this. I have never done a product-based class. So what that is, let me explain that. A product-based class is, and that's the code if you want to sign up for that. A product-based class, say that fast 10 times. I order this for you. It will be waiting for you when you get here. And we are going to make 4 cards. The kits are all cut and ready for you. I am hosting this in my home, 6 seats available. I'm also hosting it virtually. And you know what? This date here is wrong because I double booked myself. Does anybody else do that, or is it just me? I double booked myself, so I changed the date. But on the form, which is right down there on the form, the dates are correct. So with this Ladybug product-based class, you're going to receive the punch and the ladybugs, okay? And I meant to bring the cards forward and I forgot. In your kit, you're going to have everything that you need to create the card with a ladybug, but I'm also going to include a second punch that you can also create the ladybug into a bumblebee. So how cute is that? Let's get rid of that banner. If you do need to get a hold of me with any further info, there's my email address right there. So it's basically just my name, denisewillerton@gmail.com. So if you didn't get your tutorial bundle, or you want to take part in one of the classes and you don't remember how to sign up, that's how you can get a hold of me. Now, the card that I'm going to show today was not what I actually had planned for my live, but when I did my class on Monday evening, I had mentioned, so here's the card. I had mentioned to the girls that that this actually would, like this stamp here, would actually look quite nice with the Emboss Resist technique. And I kind of got, oh, thank you, Dar. Chris, you shared. Thank you for that. I did miss that. Oh, yeah, there it is. I see right there. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, ladies, for checking up on me. So I had mentioned in one of my classes that this stamp might, I hadn't done it, so I wasn't sure, might look nice with the Emboss Resist technique. And I kind of felt like I was getting question marks, like Emboss Resist technique. What is that? So this shows you what the Emboss Resist technique is. Let me show you how I did that. So that's what we're going to do today. So Chris, I think you were one of the girls that looked kind of puzzled. And so let me show you how I did that. And I wasn't sure how well it would work with the stamp set, because if you look at this stamp set, you can see, let me see if I can get this nice and close. You can see all these little areas that are not stamped. That's on purpose. That's the stamp set, and that's the way that it does stamp. But with the Emboss Resist, wherever there is not embossing powder, that's where the ink is going to sit. Okay, so let me show you how I did that, and then I want to show you another little goodie. So when you come to my classes, this is what your class looks like. Your kit is all tucked away in this envelope, and of course we decorate our envelopes, because no naked envelopes in my class is what I always say, or usually. You're going to take this little panel, and you know what? The dimensions for all of this, if you want to see it, is right there. You can take a screenshot or you can write that down. And The scoring at 2 1/8 on both ends, I'll show you what that's all about. That's to actually create a gatefold card, okay? So let's get that out of the way. I like to put my paper on my Stamparatus, and I don't like to go too close to the hinges. I feel that I get a nicer inking and a nicer stamp if I don't. Where did I? There it is, hiding under. I also used the brick and mortar embossing folder, okay, for the rest of the card, and I will show you as we go. I guess I need a stamp, don't I? So this is the Amazing Silhouettes. Let's get that big guy out, and we're just going to lay that down on our panel. I'm going to eyeball center like so. Make sure my magnet is hanging on to it. And on my Stamparatus window, I don't know if you can see this, right here, this is just clear white packing tape. That's all that is, because I like to have a handle rather than always digging under, because I use my Stamparatus a lot, like a lot. Mostly. I mostly use my Stamparatus rather than blocks. I'm a Stamparatus snob. I am, I'll admit, full disclosure. I'm a Stamparatus snob, and I'm a adhesive sheet snob, which we are incidentally using today. Let's give that a really good massage. One of my downlines, she has a jar, but you know what? I don't have a felt, but I'm going to get a felt, and I'm just going to use my Stampin' Mist. And this is what she does. So thank you for that idea, my friend. I'm going to do the same, but I'd rather have a felt under there. And now that is nicely inked. Let's get white embossing powder. Any questions so far? We're all good. So I like to keep my embossing powders in a little Ziploc tub or whatever these are called. And I'm just going to cover that entire thing. And you know what I always forget to do? I always forget my magnetic sheet, or whatever it's called, my emboss. I think I've got it right here. This, I always forget this. My, what is it called? Static remover. I heard that that dryer sheets work too. Has anybody ever tried that? Because they say it's a static remover, so I'm assuming that it would. I need to heat set this, and I don't think it can reach the table, but maybe, you know what? Maybe you can see the magic happen. No, it's going to be too far. Sorry. And it's going to be really noisy. Sorry about that. Let's just get that done. So all that's happening is this white embossing powder is actually melting. Now this is a heat tool. It's not a hairdryer. A hairdryer won't work. You can burn your paper or even your finger using this. So it's extremely hot. So I can see that it's starting to melt. Sorry if I'm yelling. And I don't want to burn myself. So I'm just melting all of that embossing powder. And of course, it never goes as fast as you want when you're on live. I think I've got it mostly. There we go. You can sort of see when it starts happening. It goes from like a dull kind of powder to a shiny. And now if your paper bows, like you can see how mine is bowed, if you just go on the back side, Sometimes it helps. And I think I'm good. Okay, sorry about all of that and all the noise. Here we go. So that is done. Let's just give this a really quick wipe. I don't want that Versamark sitting on my stamp. I'm just going to use Stampin' Mist. You can also use StazOn. StazOn is not recommended. It's recommended for red rubber. It's not recommended for your photopolymer. If you do use it on your photopolymer, make sure you go to the washroom right away and wash it off. I don't. Like I will not use it. Okay, let's get to the Emboss Resist technique. And let's take a different scrap paper that doesn't have a bunch of writing on it. Well, okay, let's grab Blackberry Bliss, which is just such a great color, and your blending brush. And I like to start off, otherwise you kind of get that blotch mark, which I actually do a whole lot anyway. And then we're going to start off and roll on. Okay, so now for the most part, wherever this embossing powder is that's melted, right now it looks like the Blackberry Bliss is sitting on it. But when I'm finished, some of it, most of it will be coming off. Okay, and you can go as deep or as light as you want. I'm gonna try and bring more color into the center. So does anyone follow the Olympics? Is anybody doing that? I follow the curling, and I've missed a lot of them because I did not know when they were televised, and I did not have my PVR set. So now that that's done, you're going to take either a tissue or a paper towel, and we are going to just wipe that off. Now, do you see the difference? Whoops, I got my fingerprints in there. See the difference where I haven't wiped off and where I have? This is called the Emboss Resist technique. And I wasn't sure how it was going to work with this stamp set, but I'm pleased. Now, it won't all come off, but most of it does. So there's that. Let's get all the little bits off. Then we're going to take this panel, sorry, and where's my silicone mat? And let's get some adhesive behind there. Getting down to the bottom of this one. You girls are very quiet, so nobody's following the Olympics. Or maybe you are and you're not really watching me. You're watching the Olympics, which is okay. That's totally fine. We're going to take this, what used to be a basic white panel, and we're just going to pop that onto the Blackberry Bliss, like so. Okay. So that's done. And so now that is basically the same thing as this. I put more on this one than I did that one. It's totally what you want to do. So now if you take your standard card base, and you know how we normally score at 4 1/4, we're going to follow. Oh, it is beautiful. We're going to score at 2 1/8. So we're going to find 2 1/8 and our score blade. Oh, there you go. That's a good idea, Chris. I should have done that. I sat down the other day with my PVR and I just kept going forward on the, what am I trying to say? On the channel, CBC, and found them, and then just the ones that I did find, but I don't think they're televising all of them. So now we've got 2 1/8 on either side. We're going to give that a really good burnish. Whoops. I had adhesive sitting right here on my desk. How did that happen? I missed that. And I got that all over my card. It will dry. I shouldn't have done that. Whoopsie. Most of it's going to get covered, but there's going to be a little bit sticking out. Okay, so now what we want to do is we took this panel, which measures 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to cut that in half. So we're cutting that off at 2 inches. So we're going to find our 2-inch mark, and we're just going to go straight up with our cut blade. I like to mark my score blade. I'll show you what I've done. I took a Sharpie and I wrote score on it on both sides, on that side and that side. And then I just took clear nail polish and put nail polish over it so that that didn't smear off. And I did that in the evening. I set it aside and I did not touch it till the morning, and it was good to go. It was good to go. Yeah, there must have been, I don't know, that's weird. I don't know how that adhesive got on there. We're going to put adhesive on the back of this. And then the other one, and we're just putting that on either side of our gatefold, okay? Like so. And I'm just eyeballing center-ish. I feel like I'm not in. And put adhesive behind here if you're really worried about it matching, but it's not going to show anyway. It won't. So I'm excited about next week's Facebook Live. You're going to have to come and see what I do with bubble wrap. And that's all I'm saying. And that's all I'm going to say. So now our gatefold is starting to take shape. Because we've got a dark inside, I like to put down some basic white in the center. Kind of makes writing your sentiment, your hellos, your whatever, a whole lot easier when you have this. So now what you would do is you would take this panel here, and I want it on the left side of my gatefold. So I want to make sure that I have adhesive just on this side. So, and I want to be centered. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on that side. I'm going to eyeball center, right? So should I put this one down or this one, which basically it's the same, or this one? So with this one, you know what I did? I took Blackberry Bliss, I did my Versamark, I did my white embossing powder, and then I heat set it to just give it even a bigger pop. So I can either put this one down. So this would be number 1, let's say. Susan, hi, welcome here. I just noticed your name. I will put you down for a share. So do you do the second one? So this one here, is that the one, Susan, that you wanted? I'm just going to follow and see what you say. This is number 1. This is number 2. And it really doesn't matter because I am, yes, okay. So you know what? I'm going to put dimensionals back here. And again, I want to stay away. Like if I kind of eyeball center, I'm eyeballing about there. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. And I probably should not have done that. So you kind of want to eyeball center and you want to stay away from that. Okay. So grab your take your pick tool. And I'm staying away from true center. I'm coming in just a bit. Like so. I keep forgetting to look up to see if anybody else has said something. Let's take our backing off. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. It looks like we are, but we really are not. There's still one more little thing that we need to do. So again, here's my center because of my fold line. Okay. Good afternoon, Marcia. Welcome here. Nice to see your name pop up. These names that you see on the side, whoops, I just stuck my finger on the dimensional. These names that you see on the side, Marcia, if you feel that you want to share, I will enter your name for a draw. And then I draw a name at the end of my video. So I am eyeballing center this way according to this center line. And I'm kind of eyeballing top and bottom at the same time. And so down she goes like that. Then we're going to take these. Okay, so I die cut that from the bundle. So here's the dies that go with the bundle. Where's my stamp set? So Amazing Silhouette. And these are the stamps. So they say thanks, they say you, they say amazing, and they all have a, what am I trying to say? A shadow behind them. Marcia and Susan know each other. How lovely. I love it when that happens. That is wonderful. Now, thanks and you does not make sense. So what we want to do, the first thing we want to do is we want to take our smaller thanks, make sure all the little things are out. I've got adhesive strip behind it. You're going to grab your paper snips. And Marcia, thank you. I've got your name down. If I should happen to draw your name at the end, I'll just get your physical address from you. So we're going to cut the S off of thanks because now we just have thank, which makes a whole lot of sense. Let's get that backing off. I like to sort of gently dig in, and then I have somewhere that I can lift, and then I just peel away. Whoop. And hopefully it doesn't rip every letter. I try not to touch it, but sometimes it's like, not working. Okay, here we go. Let's start with the T. And we just want to gently put this down. Sorry if my head ends up in here, because I want to see the whole shadow effect. And I'm just manipulating these letters so they tuck in nicely. So now we've got thank, and we also have like a template, okay? So now I'm just going to follow my glitter and use that as my kind of my cutting line so that I have that shadow effect. Let's just get rid of that. Like so. And then I want to just kind of trim that up a little bit. So there's my thank. And now we're going to do the same thing with the U. Let's make sure all of the little things are popped out. So my U, my O, looks like an O. We're going to gently dig in. so that I can get that lifted. I want to show you something else when I'm done this too. So there's my U for thank you. And we always need thank you cards. And there we go. So now that is down. Now what I want to do is I want to take some mini dimensionals and I want to cut them in small strips. That is all trash. So all I do is I find this area here and I actually cut them fairly thin, like so, because I don't want any dimensionals peeking through. That's a faux pas. That would not be good. Put that down there, put one across here, like so. And I think I want one right there. Probably overkill, but I don't want my thank going anywhere. Blackberry Bliss is one of my favorite colors too. Kathy, hello. Sorry, I was not reading the comments. So Darlene, you said I do too, and I'm not 100% sure what you were referring to. But Blackberry Bliss, yes, Susan, I agree. Such a rich, rich color. Okay, let's get our card. So I'm I will complete these later, and they're ready to go. But for your sake, I'm not going to continue making the same card, but I want to show you when I'm done this, another card that I used, the Celebration Camellia. What is it called? As I reach across here, Calming Camellia. And I had Blackberry Bliss out, so I used Blackberry Bliss. So we're just going to put our thank down there, remove the backing of our U, just about done. And there's the U. So there is our card. That's it. A beautiful, beautiful gatefold. Thank you, June. It's just gorgeous. So this stamp set, I hadn't inked it up yet, and I really, really wanted to, because it's absolutely stunning. It is a celebration item, and it's only available till the end of this month, and then it's gone. And after I stamped it, I almost, well, I mean, I'm exaggerating, but I was going to say I almost started to cry because it is so gorgeous. And I'm thinking, Stampin' Up, seriously, can this not go ahead into the next catalog? Look at this. Isn't that unbelievable? Like, how does this stamp set not go forward? It's ridiculous. I love this card too, Marika. Thank you. Gatefold, super simple, super, super simple. But this is Calming Camellia. It's gorgeous. Every now and then there is a celebration item that I will not get rid of. This is going to be one of them. I cannot part with this. That's just way too beautiful. Way too beautiful. I wish it would. I do too. Are we allowed to haggle Stampin' Up? It's unreal. I just couldn't believe it. So I don't think I have anything else that I want to show you, but I will put the rest of my panels together so that I'm using those. But here are the 3 cards. Now this one here, you know what? What time is it? I'm going to show you how I did this. So do you see the effect of this? So same card, like all 3 of them, same card, but entirely different look. Let's quickly do this one. And if I have time, I'll watch the time. If I have time, I'll put it together but if not, I will just do it later. So that panel is, here are the pieces that I need for that panel. Let's just set that aside there. And what I did for that, and you know what? I saw this technique on somebody's blog, and I cannot for the life of me remember who it was. I'm so sorry. Does anybody else do that, or is it just me? So for this card, you're going to use Blackberry Bliss, and you're going to use Smoky Slate. I just wanted to double check. We're going to take our panel. I have this little faint mark, so I always know where to go. I had that mounted already. We're going to start with the Smoky Slate, and I need a dauber. We're going to start with Smoky Slate, and we're going to ink this up. And I like that. Then we're going to take the Blackberry Bliss and a dauber. This is just, I think I got this in the fishing kit department at Walmart. I think that's where I got it. Which technique, Susan? Like not the emboss resist. Like, are you thinking this technique? I'm not sure. I'll watch your comment when you answer back. You do it all the, oh yes, all the time. So we're just dabbing into our Blackberry Bliss, and then I am just going along the edge. That's it. Just along the edge of this stamp set. Yeah, I'm in camera. I just wanted to make sure. And so there's no precision here at all. It's just, and so it kind of gives this a little bit of a halo effect, okay? This one, yes, yeah, it's so fun. I guess you knew where I was going, didn't you? So we're going to give that a good massage. And then what we would do is we would just frame that out by using the panel. And I've got that here. And then it's going to be the same card, the thank you, and trim out the thank you, etc., etc. And there we go. So here's what happens. So you can see, whoops, going the wrong way. You can see the Smoky Slate, and you can see the Blackberry Bliss just along the edge. So kind of gives it a little bit of a, I don't know, a halo effect. I don't know exactly what you would call it, but I'm going to call it a halo effect. And then this panel is just a smidge larger. And down she goes. I am going to input all of your names. Thank you, June. That's so sweet of you. And then we will do our wheel of names. I'm just eyeballing center, left, right, top, bottom. So that would just go on the card like the others. So I would take my embossed panel, I would cut that in half and have that on either side of my gatefold. Okay, so there's card number 1, card number 2, and I will put this together, card number 3. And you know what? Let's throw that in there too. And card number, well, that's the same as that. So there's the 4 cards. So I'm going to add your name to the wheel. I will share that. And then I'll come back because now I can't see you. And oh, you know what? I didn't share. I'm sorry. Let me share that so you can see what I'm doing. Your lunch is over. Oh, Susan, if you win, I will let you know. Screen share. And let's go into Wheel of Names and let's share that. Okay. So Kathy already shared. And let's go. And sorry for the no caps. So Marcia, Susan, Chris, June, Sherry, Jean Dar, and Kathy did already. So Kathy, Dar, Jean, Sherry, June, Chris, Susan, and Marcia. Okay, let me come back. Did I get everyone? Did I get everyone? I think I did. Did anybody else share that I have not, that I have forgotten to write down your name? Let me know. Oh, I don't want to move these. Let me know, let me know. Okay, I think we've got everybody. I think I can do that from here. No, I can't. I've got to go back in there. So here we go. Let's give this a spin. And I have no control over this. My hands are free. And Susan, I don't know if your lunch is over, hun, but you won. That is so funny. Susan, are you still there? And which card do you want? And I do have your mail, your mail address, so I will not have to even bug you for that. So if you're still there, Susan, just let me know which one you want. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, and I'll put that together. I bet you she's gone back to work. Oh no, she's there. Woohoo! So just let me know which one you want, Susan. You can fire me a text or you can answer right on here. Card number 1, this one. Okay, coming your way, my friend, and I will have an envelope for you. This is what I stamped on the inside. It was the butterfly from the same stamp set, and I've done that envelope already. I'll need to find it. So yeah, that's it. That's it, girls. So we are done. Thank you so much for coming to my live. Oh, I see a sad face up there. Number 5. What is that? Facebook sad. Oh, Christine. Oh, how come you're sad, Chris? That is sad that you're sad. I don't want anybody to be sad. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. I've got to shut down here. I've got to go get my kiddos and feed them some supper. So yay, it's a great day for me. I get to hang out with 2 of my grandkids, 2 of my 9. So everybody have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for sharing the afternoon with me. And we will see you next week, same time, 1 o'clock Thursday. And have a wonderful rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. It's almost here. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Thanks so much for popping in.